Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thor Repairs channel, and it's time to put on winter tires. It's that time of year. So as you can see on our Model Y long range, we have the 20-inch Uber tines. Those are the stock tires it came with. What we're going to be putting on is 19-inch Michelin XI Snow 255 45 R19. They're the extra load tire. So what I did was I got these from wheelsco.ca. It's a Canadian company that I'm pretty sure ships to the US as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change those up, and then we'll do all the adjusting on the screen for the 19-inch rims. I'll show you guys how to do that. And also the little accessories and things I use to get these all changed up. So let's get her done. Okay, so let's talk about the tires and rims that I got from Wheelsco. So these tires and rims all came together. They shipped them, all shipped, came to just under $2,500 Canadian. That's more closer to about $3,000. On the Tesla website, in Canadian, they're about $3,500 to get a gray 19-inch rim. So I find these rims are nice. They're black. They look similar to the Uber tines. So that's why I went with these. They're about $1,000 cheaper. So that's why. But the thing is they don't come with the valve stem. And the valve stem on the Teslas, you guys, they're a Bluetooth technology, not your typical valve stem. You can't just go to your tire shop and get these. So what I did was, you can get them on the Tesla store. They're about $130 Canadian, so about $100, say American each. So you're spending about $400. I got them off of eBay for about $300 brand new. So if you look around, you might find a better deal. But the other thing is you can get them in a silver. As you can see here, they're silver or black. I didn't know that. I ended up getting the silver. Not a big deal. But if I was to order them again, I would get the black since they're on a black rim. So there's a little tip for you guys. So the tools that we're going to be using, you see I have these pucks. These work really well. They go into the holes underneath the car. I'll show you that later. So that's handy. So then the jack can go on it like that. So it works perfectly. You're going to want a low profile jack. If you have a Model 3, for sure you're going to need it. My jack just fits underneath, and this is a Model Y, which is a little bit higher. This tool here just helps take those caps off in the middle. The wrench, I'm just going to hand bomb these nuts off. They are torqued at 130, so they're actually on there really good. That's what Tesla recommends, so that's my torque wrench for that, and those are the sockets. The other thing that I wanted to mention was these don't come with lug nuts either, these tires. So you get the tire, the wheel, rim, and that's it. So I got black lug nuts, as you can see. So you're gonna wanna get those too. So that's another little extra cost. Okay, so first let's just loosen the lug nuts. As you can see, this tool works really well. Just pulls those center caps off. I'm gonna wanna just loosen these nuts up before we jack it up. All right, let's jack it up. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys where to put these pucks. So I'll try to get under here. If you can see, right there they go in, and then there's a little O-ring. You kind of have to just punch it up. I'll probably have to do that off camera, but that's where they go. So once they're in, they just sort of stay in place because of that ring. It's just in like that. So now you put your jack underneath there and jack it up. I'll show you guys how tight the jack is under here. Like I said, you're gonna need a low profile jack. This works just line it up, and once it's lined up, you jack it up. Okay, let's take this tire off now that it's jacked up. Power tools probably work really well at this point, but I don't mind. Snug these up. So these nuts here, they have a special socket for these ones. So what we're gonna do is just snug them up and then we'll lower it back down. You really want to make sure these are evenly snug. And then remember, we're going to torque these to 130 after. Should be good. Now we're gonna do it again on all the other tires. So what I'm gonna do is most likely just fast forward this for you guys, and then we'll get to the end and then we'll go over all the programming of the Bluetooth and torquing, everything like that. Not torquing, I said torquing. I just wanted to mention the jack pads that I got are from Auto Expert. I got them from Amazon. I'll leave a link. They work well. Can't complain, and then I just leave them in the car in case something happens. Then the tow truck company has some pads to use. And also, I just wanted to mention, when I take the tires off, what I do is I just take, if a kid has any sidewalk chalk or anything like that, I'll mark where these tires were. So this one is a passenger rear. So what I'll do is I'll just put a PR in there so that next year I know where it was. And what I'll do is I'll swap it kind of like kitty corner. So this will now be the front driver's side now instead of the passenger rear. So that's how you know, and I don't know, I think everybody's probably got chalk like this laying around. So it works well. Okay, so let's torque these tires at, it is 129 foot-pounds is what Tesla recommends. So I've changed all the tires over. Let's go back over it again. Do that star pattern, and then we'll torque them again at about 100 miles ish in there. We'll torque them again, make sure they're good. They're turning a little bit before it clicks. I like to go over it a couple times just to make sure everything's good. Okay, so everything's torqued, everything's on, they look great. Now we need to check the PSI. But let's see what Elon recommends for PSI here. Elon recommends 42 psi. So I ended up using about that last year. So let's stick with that. Let's check the tire pressure. Actually a little high. What's that, 44? Or no, it's by twos. Yeah, no, by ones. It's about 44 psi. It is warm out, but I think I'll drop it down to 42. And then we'll go for a spin. We'll set the tires on the computer. Elon will be proud of me. They're all 42 psi. So now let's calibrate the tires. Okay, so you're gonna want to go in to the menu. You're gonna click service, and you'll see wheel configuration. See that? We're gonna go 19-inch Gemini because they're a 19-inch rim. We're gonna go with that. Also, with the 19-inch rim, you get a little bit more range. I think it's 8 to 10 miles, somewhere in there. A little bit more, 5 maybe. You'll see it's rebooting the computer here now. Once it boots back up, we'll go for a drive. And because these are Bluetooth tire sensors, there's no weird setting. All you do is you go for a drive and it'll sync up, and then you're good to go. So that's what's nice. Everything's interchangeable, and it's all DIY if you want it to be. There, so that was actually pretty quick. I don't think that was too bad. So now let's just double check. Let's go back into the menu. Let's go service, wheel configuration. There, it says 19-inch Gemini. There we go. Okay, so let's take it for a spin and see how long it takes for the sensors to show up here, the PSI. Okay, so let's do this in real time. Let's back out of here. Take the new wheels for a spin here. I still have the RAM. If it's someone that's watched this channel before, still have that. Okay. Now, you guys can see the PSI on the screen there, I think. Let's see how long it takes before we start calibrating here. Don't need the heat on full blast, that's for sure. Not going too fast yet because I'm just on a gravel road. Okay, let's see here. Sorry for the little bit of bumps. So they say these 19-inch rims, you got a little more rubber. They're not a low profile tire as much as the 20-inch. So it is a bit of a smoother ride and you get a little bit more range. So there's not a whole lot of negatives, and it's black, so it's pretty good. Can't complain there at all. Okay, so now I see 41 psi showing up. Of course, we got a lot of traffic here on the highway, so let's just deal with this first. And oh, they're all 41, 42. Look at that. As you can see here now, that front passenger tire is now 42 and the rear one's 41. So anyway, they're all calibrating up. Everything works good. Thanks to wheelsco.ca for the rims and tires. It's not sponsored by any means, but still, it was a good deal compared to everything else that was out there. And if you like this video, you know, subscribe, that'd be great. Like it, click, do all that awesome stuff. I appreciate it and hope you learned something. Have a great day.